Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our 2-2 draw at Watford, where the Hornets were stung late on. Yes, it was another game where our sheer spirit and character saw us through to a result that we probably didn't deserve on balance of play. Watford were the better side, definitely in the second half. Played probably more football for most of it, and we still managed to dig in. And in the second half, it just didn't look like we were going to get that equaliser. So to get it so late is just another testament to the character of the players. I wish they'd, impose themselves on games more and not have to rely on these last gasp heroics. But as it stands, you can't really complain about another point on the road. It's another game that we probably would have lost last season. So it's good to have the character. And individually, I thought Steve Cook did really well at the back as captain. He was imposing, made a lot of blocks, was shouting at teammates, which is what you want to see. And apart from that, Fraser looked worked manfully as a right back, which is just not his position. He got completely owned by Deeney for the second Watford goal, but apart from that, he did okay. And then when he moved into a wing back position, he looked much better, and surprise, surprise, we looked much better in a formation where we won 3-0 at Chelsea. Suddenly we looked better when we switched to that. But hey, let's just stick with 4-4-1-1 because, we've looked so good in that in all season. That's sarcasm. Moving pretty much from what I just said, it was another game where we tried things that just clearly aren't going to work or ever going to work, including Wilson and King up front as a 2. It's just not effective. Wilson looks horribly out of form at the moment, so I think he needs to be definitely put to the bench, especially as Defoe has come on a couple of times now and looked pretty good. I think Howe has to at least go back to the 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2, where we just look much better and more dangerous. We controlled the game once we put another man in midfield, had wing backs roving back and forth. Fraser, I think, is really good in that position. I don't really know why we're persisting with these things that don't work. And the second half in particular, for much of it, was just awful. We couldn't string more than 2 passes together. We were really there for the taking. Watford will be kicking themselves they didn't score a third goal because, that would have completely killed us off, obviously. We didn't, and we hung in there. But it was definitely not a stellar performance by any means. Our second half performance was poor, but I think Watford were a bit cynical in some of the fouls they made. Prodel at the back could easily have had 2 bookings before he got his second, so he could have been sent off. I think Okaka's elbow into Cook's face near the end, which resulted in us getting a free kick, which we scored from, was very cynical as well. I think they had 4 bookings, and I think that says it all, really. Obviously, Defoe's last-minute winner was a particular highlight. I could barely see it in the end because everybody obviously is standing up. I'm not the tallest, so I could barely see it, but I could just see the net bulge. So that was good. That was a great moment, obviously, especially in a game where it didn't really look like we were going to get anything. To snatch something like that was great. Oh, another good moment was I got a free cream egg with my programme, so thanks a lot, Watford. I assume that was a Watford Football Club initiative, so that was good. It made my Easter, apart from the last minute equaliser, of course. I got one contribution on Twitter, and it's from ASCB Jamie, who said, "Not a great performance, but somehow got the draw. Need to improve if we are to beat our points tally from last season. Too many draws against teams in our league. It's not always a point gained, even if it's on the road. There's games it's been 2 points dropped. This isn't one." I agree with that. Last sentence threw me a bit there, but I understand what you're saying. I don't think we're going to beat last season's points total. We're on 37 now. We need to get 47. 10 points in 7 games. I just can't see it, to be honest. We're going to have to win at least 2 of our home games and win an away game. And seeing as I think we've won 3 away games all season, I can't see us getting the 10 points we need to beat last season's total. I think we'll end up on about 42. Because I think Palace will do us next weekend, because I think they're just more in form despite their results. I think they're looking a far better team, and we've definitely flattered to deceive in recent weeks. But I agree. it's another game where you're like, how did we get a point out of that, or how did we win that game? Yeah, we're very lucky, really. But if we could just put some quality performances in, like arguably we were doing more last season, then we'd be well on our way to 46 points already, to be honest. But yeah, it's been a strange season, this one, but I'll save that for the summary videos at the end. But yeah, we're edging closer to survival, and that can only be a good thing. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Do get involved in the Have Your Say section. The AFCB analysis can be found on Twitter and Facebook. The links are in this video's description, and also here in text form. I also write for Yahoo Sport, and my latest post is on Steve Cook and how he should be made the new captain over Simon Francis. And you can check that by reading my author's, by visiting my author's bio link in this video's description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and up the cherries in all departments.